Welcome to this evening's September 28th Muskogee City Council meeting. The invocation tonight will be by Councilman Ivory Van, and then we'll, if you will, join us for the flag salute.
Bow our heads, please. Thank you, our Heavenly Father, this evening, dear Lord, for letting us live to see another beautiful and gracious day. And thank you, Lord, just to bless this council, Heavenly Father, give us wisdom and knowledge so we can do city business. And I ask a special blessing this evening, dear Lord, to return our city manager home back, give him traveling graces back home to Muskogee, Oklahoma. And also this week, dear Lord, we're celebrating our pastors, Reverend and Leroy and Claire Walker's anniversary at our church. For 37 years they've done their service, and they've worked hard in our community. So we'd like to thank them, dear Lord, for all they do for our community and also for our church. And just keep our city in your grace, and just keep us all in your grace. For we ask all these blessings in your name for your sake. Amen.
Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Bob Coburn.
Here.
Deputy Mayor James Gully.
Here.
Dan Hall. Marlon Coleman.
Here.
Janie Boydston. Wayne Johnson.
Here.
Leanne Langston.
Here.
Ivory Van.
Here.
Derek Reed.
Here. Is this where we would do a motion for Dan Hall?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hall is sick this evening. Do I hear a motion regarding that?
So moved.
Him being excused?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Gully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Leanne Langston.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes, motion carries. We'll now consider the minutes from the September 14th meeting and from the September 22nd council meetings.
Move for approval.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Gully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Leanne Langston.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes, motion carries. We'll now consider the consent agenda, which will be items 1 through 15. And if we can keep Mr. Gully from changing anything, we'll consider those all at one time. Is there anything anyone would like to move to the regular agenda?
Item 2.
Item 2. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion regarding the consent agenda, exception of item 2.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Gully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Leanne Langston.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes, motion carries regarding the consent agenda. We'll now consider item number 2.
Approval to accept the proposal from Martin Design Associates for the design of the Muskogee Honor Heights and Robinson Park restrooms as recommended by the purchasing committee, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Wembley is not here. Are you going to take that item, Mr. Reed? I'm Van. I'm sorry.
Van. Well, we all look alike.
That's right. They all look alike. No.
I'll take it. No, I just had some, concerns about it. I know we talked about it in Public Works the other day, and I know Mr. Wimley's not here. But I was just trying to make sure that we're all on one page on these bathrooms, because, like I say, it's been a long time coming. And my concern is that before we try to get these bathrooms, I read some of this stuff on here about the University of Arkansas. They came down and they done a survey, and they charged us $10,000 for something that we already knew that the park needed, was a bathroom, both parks. To me, that's money we wasted. And also, we needed. I'm kind of tired tonight. I mean, just a little bit. I had some news just a while ago, kind of upsetting to me, but I'm gonna get it together. Also, on the bathrooms, we want like stainless steel toilets and stuff. And I noticed, I'm just wondering in the bid. I mean, in the guy that designed this, is he gonna put stainless steel toilets and sinks and stuff like that in his not bid, but proposal?
I'm assuming this proposal will be for architectural services for those. And if we specify that, we could have.
I mean, I think it would be better if they put stainless steel sinks and toilets.
Yeah, I don't have any idea if that's would be spec'd in it. That'd be determined, I think, in the design phase.
Because, like I said, if you put somebody if somebody goes in these bathrooms and they'll bust these porcelains if you put porcelain in there.
Right,
They will definitely do that.
okay.
That was, I just want to make sure that those are in there. If he's, drawing the plans up and the roofs and the material and stuff, we on one page.
Well, I would assume you would need to be a part of the meetings that, cause that to happen. I don't think sitting in this meeting, we're gonna make those determinations. This would just be for Martin Design Associates to do that design work.
I'd
Okay,
definitely like to be in the meeting. That's all.
okay.
Make a motion, we approve Mike Martin Designs for the design of Honor Heights Park and Robinson Park restrooms.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Is there discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Leanne Langston.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes, motion carries. Item number 16.
Consider accepting only bid from AOS LLC for Cisco Catalyst switches for replacement of our current core switch in the amount of $85,554.62, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Cummings.
There we go.
You
Good
need some
evening,
help
council.
with that technical stuff.
I think so. After the weeks I've had, I think I do. This is for the replacement of our core switch, which is basically it's what all the networking runs through. It's routed through this switch. If it goes down, we are completely down. We found out that it is end of life. We found it out kind of rather late in the game. Vendor called us and said, oh, by the way, it's end of life or end of service July 31st, which means no more parts, no more tech support, no nothing. If it dies, it's dead. So we scrambled and put it in our budget to get this replaced. We sent out a bid in July. We only received one bid, and knowing that the council usually does not like just one bid, we rejected that bid without even opening it and sent it back out for bid again. Again, we only received one bid. Seeing that this is very quickly becoming an emergency, we are starting to see some issues with our current core switch. I'm asking to go ahead and accept the bid from AOS LLC. It is under budget, and so we can get this thing purchased and installed.
What is the budget amount, Chris?
The budget amount is $125,000.
Now, from our finance committee, my understanding is this is from a different bid from the first bid received.
It is a different bid from the first bidder. The first bidder did not rebid.
Yeah. What is the normal life cycle of a core switch?
Gosh, I'm not sure, but this one we've had for 10 years.
Okay.
Cisco's usually pretty good. I mean, they last a long time. They are, we generally have zero problems. The problem we had was here recently was a transient problem. It happened and it went away, and the log just said, "Oh, I restarted," without any kind of indication as to why. But when things start doing things for no reason, then I tend to get a little
No support on a
concerned.
core is not a good thing.
No support on the core.
One quick question, Chris.
Yes.
When you rejected the first bid that came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I just am asking because I don't know, do we send out explanations or do they just receive their bid unopened?
I'm not sure what purchasing does. That was through the purchasing department, but we did not did not open the bid. When we rebid, we did invite that person or that company to rebid. They were out of California,
Okay.
so we did actually send
Just
them.
curious. I think that's something we need to address if it's not.
I don't know for sure. I think we did, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Move for approval.
Second.
The motion is second. Is there further discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Leanne Langston.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes, motion carries. Item number 17.
Consider approval of the appointment of Dennis Moore as the electrical contractor to fill a vacant position on the Uniform Building Code Appeals Board to serve a 5-year term beginning October 1st, 2015 and ending on September 30th, 2020, or take other necessary action.
Deputy Mayor James Gully.
This is one of my appointments that I was assigned to make. Dennis Moore is a native Muskogean. This Uniform Building Code Appeals Board meets only on call. So being that he's from Muskogee and been a lifelong residence, I move for approval.
Second.
He realizes this is a 5-year commitment.
Well, yeah, he understood.
All right, we had a motion and a second, right?
Yes.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston. Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Leanne Langston.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes, motion carries. We did not have anyone signed up to speak to the council this evening, so we'll go to item number 18.
Consider an executive session to discuss and take possible action on the following. A, pursuant to Section 307C10, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session for the purpose of conferring on matters pertaining to economic development, including the transfer of property and the creation of a proposal to entice a business to locate within the city, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session. B, pursuant to Section 307B4, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss the pending litigation involving Catherine and Orland Phillips, filed in Muskogee County District Court, case number CV-2012-165, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session.
Now consider a motion to move into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Leanne Langston.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes, motion carries. We'll now consider ourselves in executive session. If you would please excuse us. We'll now reconvene from executive session. Roll call, please.
Mayor Bob Coburn.
Here.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Here.
Marlon Coleman.
Here.
Janie Boydston.
Here.
Wayne Johnson.
Here.
Leanne Langston.
Here.
Ivory Van.
Here.
Derek Reed.
Here.
Item number 18A and B.
Pursuant to Section 307C10, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, the City Council did convene an executive session for the purpose of conferring on matters pertaining to economic development. After fully discussing the issue in an executive session, I believe it's appropriate now that we have a motion for approval to direct staff in conjunction with the Economic Development Task Force to negotiate an economic development agreement with the entity discussed in executive session, and if an agreement is recommended, to bring back forth for the City Council to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Gary Ann and Bill.
Yeah. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Leanne Langston.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes, motion carries.
Item 18B, pursuant to Section 307B4, Title 25, Oklahoma statutes, the City Council did convene an executive session to discuss the pending litigation involving Catherine and Orland Phillips. And after being fully briefed on the status of that negotiation, I believe it's appropriate at this time for a motion to be made to approve authorizing the city attorney to enter into negotiations not to exceed the amount discussed in executive session.
So move.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Leanne Langston.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes, motion carries, and that concludes our agenda for this evening's meeting. Thank you for joining us.